Shivo. I'm the founder of AllianceMind. AllianceMind is a consultancy to really put a lens on something that's very prevalent in the enterprise software business, partnerships. I've been in the industry and worked at Oracle, Salesforce, Workday, and many other companies. And partnerships are always pretty much the same. We sign a document, it's great. We start to, behind the scenes, manage accounts, leverage accounts, map accounts. It's really not that effective overall. And the reason why is we're managing them, we're not activating them. So how do you activate them? Well, first of all, the sales team needs to know about the partners. They don't need to know too much, but they need to know where they're located, what their value prop is. And this is actually a pretty big undertaking. There is a method in the marketplace now called ecosystem-led growth, which is really enabling and activating your partners to be your joint sellers. For example, partners are already involved in certain accounts. Sales teams don't know that. They don't know to knock on the door to a GSI or a regional partner or an ISV to say, hey, can you help me out? We have a joint value prop here. So AllianceMind is to put a lens on, from my background as a technical person, a VP of marketing at HP. I ran middleware business development at Oracle for 2.5 years, all Oracle North America. I've also managed KPMG and PwC for Salesforce, which is a $100 million, multi-$100 million plus organization. And I developed brand new innovative programs, including an ecosystem-led growth program at Workday that was very, very successful. The goal here is my consultancy is to go beyond the tools you may have in place. There are products in the marketplace like Crossbeam. Those things are excellent tools, but you need to put a sales lens on these things. You need to have the sales team truly understand that is the persona that we're going for. So that's one thing that you can consider. Who are your partners and how do you activate them? Now let me give you another example. Hyperscalers, AWS. Many software companies have their products on the AWS marketplace. It's great. It's potentially very effective, but the reality is it's not activated in most cases that I've seen. How do you activate that with the sales team? Well, we've done that in my previous roles. Getting the sales team to, first of all, understand the value of the AWS marketplace. Huge value. But you have to remember, these poor sales teams have so much on their plate. They only can do so much. So we have to make sure they understand the context, why it's important, when they should bring in these hyperscalers. But also, very importantly, where do they have presence? Where is AWS, Google, potentially Oracle? Where are they at in the accounts? How can they leverage it? What is the value prop? How do they talk to the seller at AWS? In that case, how do they talk to any of these partners? Is a salesperson at a software company going to simply call up an ISV and say, hey, I want you to help me sell a product? We have to understand what's in it for them. So the methodologies that I put forth are, for example, engaging hyperscalers. How do you teach the team, the reps, to really engage and activate that? Activating the broad partner community. That is, for example, ISVs. How do you get the ISV team to work closely with your sellers, make sure they understand the value prop? And what I've seen in many cases, the sales team does not understand what these ISVs do. They're overtrained or undertrained, and they're not trained in context of when they need the information. That's why I've developed a methodology called sales reels. Let's give them the training they need when they need it in a timely fashion, and that don't overwhelm them. Get them conversational. So the goal of what I'm sharing here is AllianceMind is really here to put let's say a lens on your partnerships. How can we better activate them? How can we develop more strategic marketing programs? How can we train the reps more effectively? How can we leverage the hyperscalers more? And all of this is the foundation of my knowledge, the programs I developed before, but very importantly, the use of AI. AI now allows us to create the content, be creative of how we approach it, do heavy-duty data analytics on where the partners are at, and leverage tools like Crossbeam or your own internal developed tools and bring it to the reps in a way they understand, they can activate, and they can start working with these partners more strategically. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you reach out. I'd love to engage, and then we can discuss it further. Thank you.